Okay, now let's do this for the same thing. And you know what? I'm just gonna see if I can just pop this guy in straight up. Can you go ahead and do the same thing for me here and just assume all the technical terms, I have no clue what the definition is or how it is related in this particular scenario presented in the question. Then now we're taking all these different questions apart. Okay, so we got 17 and then we got 15 that's coming up. And then we have 18 that's coming up. And we're gonna get through them each one by one. And I'm actually, in this video here, I'm just gonna do, I don't know, should I do all three? Pedantic. Okay, after Claude extracts data from a contract, pedantic checks is every required field present is the, got it. Contract type. In this scenario, a legal contract. Okay, effective. Okay, a global standard for writing dates. Okay, so format mismatch, null. Seventeen, 15, 18. Okay. My strategy now is to get everything onto this because now I can basically start studying for it. All right. Okay. All right. So can you help me do the exact same thing for question 15? And then yes, no, I add a little bit of a divider right here. I'm going to paste this. Fact. Why don't we just go a little faster? And I can, because I had totally forgot, even though it's in front of my face, that I have multiple monitors. You guys don't need to see me paste it in. Okay, all right. So now we have question 17 up. And then we have 15, we just pop that guy in. And then we have 18 is basically going to be coming up next. And I'm going to have this guy ready to go. Perfect. Now can you go ahead and actually make sure that we're doing this for, okay, while we're doing that, I'm just going to give it a little bit more context. You don't want to just keep on dropping pages because it could also hallucinate, right? Your SLA, I want you to go ahead and actually do the same thing here for question 18. I have no idea what SLA is. Extractions are. What are message batches API? Does it actually have 50% cost savings? What are we talking about in terms of failure handling? I mean, I guess we're trying to handle failure, right? What is a batch job? Are you talking about like putting in 2,000 contracts? Like if I was to go out there and prompt 2,000 prompts into Claude chat right now, and then 47 failed due to documents exceeding the context limit because there's just too much information. And then we have option D. I don't know why they give it to us in this gigantic paragraph. Okay. If I'm understanding the situation correctly, is that we are trying to process a job that's going to get a lot of stuff done. In this case, we're trying to process 2,000 contracts with AI. But regardless, we still get a little bit of mix-up. So, you know, if I was to put 2,000 apples into a presser to go ahead and make apple juice, we still have 47 apples that doesn't go through correctly because we're popping too many apples in. Is that basically the conversation that we're having right now? Yeah. So people ask me a lot. They're like, hey, Rich, like, does this approach how you are approaching this problem? Like, does it actually work? And I give you why, you know, I'm so confident in this. Because when you're your own business owner, every single day, some bullshit goes wrong. There's some kind of new tax law. There's some kind of this, that, you know, people trying to fuck you up, people trying to fuck you over every single day. There's like the not glamorous side, right? And you're doing a lot of shit. So you can't spend at any given time, you cannot spend all day, all night on any one activity. Trust me when I say sincerely, you would want to. And getting it wrong has very real consequences, right? The last question of this scenario, I also had some additional questions here. You know, and you have multiple things to go ahead and do. Everybody's trying to go out there and hijack your time. You know, you got team members that may be going through some shit personally. All valid. You know, everything seems important, everything seems urgent all at the same time. Yeah, I know people that say, like, but you could put it in a matrix: urgent, important, not urgent. Fuck off. In the heat of battle, that shit is a non-starter, right? Why do you think I'm actually doing this? Because, like, I want to go ahead and actually learn it, so I have to actually go out there and make time for it. I can always make an excuse about why I don't have time to do something. So, yeah, we're going to get this thing done, and then I'm going to have this. I'm going to copy that. Also, what I found in retard maxing is momentum is key. You get stuck in any one layer too long, you just feel like shit because you're like, oh gosh, it's lunchtime before you know it, it's dinner time before you know it, and then like you just realize, oh shit, I didn't get a lot done. Is excellent, almost exactly correct. Let me refine it. You said if I put 2,000 apples in a presser to make apple juice, 47 apples didn't go through correctly because we're popping too many apples in. That's the right idea. The refinement is that you put too many apples in at once. It is is not that you put too many apples in. Those 47 apples are too large to fit into the presser. The other 1,953 apples were normal size that went through. The 47 specific apples are oversized. The fix is not to reprocess all 20, is to go out there and cut those 47 over into smaller. Got it. Well, you fucking go out there and tell it to me like that, then now I fucking understand, yo. Freaking hell. Every single problem I've ever solved in this game, I've always had somebody tell me, no, it's too, but that's what, like, I think product management and tech is supposed to all be about, is this, like, disruption, right? Yeah. It's supposed to be about disruption. It's supposed to be about, like, okay, why don't we go out there and do something a little bit differently, approach it this way. Now that all 6 questions are complete, and I kind of like, I have a better understanding. You kind of have a better understanding once you actually get down to here, and then like working backwards, because now you know how the story ends, and you understand. Okay, this is the beginning. Versus like in the beginning, it's like, you know, you're like, oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? Like, I'm looking for. There's no fucking clues, man. Go out there and get the answers. For like, this is how people move quickly when they just like when they're operating at the founder level. So I'm actually going to go ahead and have this. Boom, done. All 3 questions. Judging by our game plan right now. Okay, so we have this. We have these questions right here. And judging by this, our next thing here is all right, scenario 4. So going back to our game plan, it was scenario 6. Then scenario says 5, CICD. Okay. Oh yeah, this is actually scenario 5. And then you have code generation, and then developer productivity, right? Is that the game plan? Yeah, I'm going to get all the answers first, and then I'm going to go out there and break down each and every one of them. Let's get it.